Hey everyone, hope you're doing well today. I'm gonna go over what downsizing has done for me over this past year and why I'm never gonna work a 9 to 5 job ever again. So 2020 was a complete whirlwind of a year for me. In February, I had left my home, I quit my job, and I was working on getting this place here that I was moving into ready. And with that, honestly, there was just so much uncertainty coming with it, with my shaky hands there. I was, constantly running around trying to figure everything out, but started getting settled in. And then in May, my uncle passed away, who was basically like a father figure to me. And honestly, all these goals that I'd been setting, it really took the starch out of me. And so it really tested my willpower to see exactly what I was made of and who I was. During this time period of those earlier months in 2020, I was selling off a lot of what I owned. I knew that I wanted to be a little bit more minimalistic, that there was a lot of distractions that were out there. Like I was constantly on social media. I was constantly doing this. I was constantly doing that. I had a bunch of things that I honestly didn't need. I thought I might need. It was definitely a want. I didn't need them. And I just kept asking myself, like, why have I got to this point in my life that I felt all this was necessary? And so I really had to do a hard self-reflect on where I was going to be moving forward. And with that, I was pouring myself into this new business. And at that point in time, I'd made a commitment to myself that I had no desire to ever return back to working for someone else. I knew that I could never be happy unless I was doing something for my own. I was able to go and do more things that, I truly enjoyed with people I enjoyed being around. And man, it spoke volumes to me because it was a life that over the previous few years I hadn't been living. I'm 27 at the moment, and I for the last probably decade or so, all I've known is to work excess hours, and that's life. You try to build to a point in your life where you have a ton of assets and you measure your self-worth off of your financial status. And I believe that is a hard misconception. My work is seasonal, or primarily seasonal. It drifts off in the winter as it gets colder. And so I knew that surviving this winter would be a little bit more difficult for me. But what I come to find was that I worked longer. My season ran longer. I had more work than I expected. People were very receptive of the business. People were receptive to help me out, to spread the word, to promote me. And this is completely unsolicited promotion. And just the positivity that come back from that is absolutely astounding. So I basically had to sit down and ask myself what success truly meant to me. And what I come to find out was that it wasn't this financial position, it wasn't these assets, but it was actually my freedom. My freedom was the underlying thing that meant the most to me. And as I got into it, what I was finding was that if I had a friend in need, I could go and spend that time with that person. Or if there was somebody I'd been neglecting spending time with, I could go and make moments that I could cherish down the road. It was all these little things that people talk about in work-life balance that I was really missing out because I was constantly chasing that money. Fast forward basically a year later from the start of this, and here I am. We're still under the pandemic, of course, but I was able to self-sustain through the first year full-time with that business, which was definitely a little bit of heartache, but very, very, very rewarding. And also, I couldn't tell you how happy I am with this home. The downsize of the home, it definitely didn't hit me like I thought it was. I was expecting to miss a lot more than what I did, but 100% happy with that. And really, as far as work goes, I cannot see myself ever returning to a job to where I'm working for someone else, because with this newfound freedom it's a new life. I have just so much more time to make connections with people, and it just feels so much more fulfilling and just so much better. One example that I am going to leave off with here today, as far as, you know, what my freedom has produced is, well, this YouTube channel here with my cheap setup. But no, it's gave me a lot of time to work and pursue stuff and, you know, find new passions, just kind of like, you know, working on this. You know, really, if I can find a good place to set this here. Look at there, that's perfect. This is something I really enjoy doing, and I'm extremely grateful that I have the opportunity to pursue this. And if I was still stuck, you know, working my 9 to 5, I really wouldn't have the drive to do it or the time to really pursue it the way I want to. So I cannot be happier than what I am with that. And so I'm gonna leave off with this here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, drop a comment, tell me what you thought. And until then, I'll see you next time. Have a great day.